Hello, everybody. Welcome to another round of Inspirational Thursday. My name is Liz, and I'm here on behalf of Class Act. And tonight, I am going to dive into the 49 & Market Wherever Big Picture album kit with you guys. So it is quite the undertaking, let me tell you. We might not finish it all tonight, but we're going to give it our best go and kind of get things started. Who knows? This might end up being a two-part Inspirational Thursday. I might end up posting my final results, or if we're really ambitious and it goes smoothly, we might even complete it. So you're in for an adventure just as much as I am. Hey Trish, hey Suzanne, thanks for joining, ladies. So yeah, this is what I'm working with. I'm super duper excited because we've had these in the store a few times, but I've never actually tackled one myself. And so when this one came in, I thought, how cute would it be to do like a little travel album? So if I flip it over, I'll show you guys. These are examples of all of the different pages that we can create for the book. So I think there's a total of 12. Like I said, depending on how things go, we're probably not going to finish tonight. This might be a two-part video, or I'll post it afterwards, but we can at least get the basics covered. So how to sort of assemble the spine of the book, what is actually in this wonderful kit, and things like that. So let's go on an adventure together. And you know what? I thought it would be really fun too, to comment. Where would you go on an adventure? You guys have until Friday to comment where you would go, and you might be able to win something. So feel free to leave your adventure ideas in the comments, and who knows, you might get lucky and win a little prize. So all right, without any further ado, hey Sandra, I'm gonna open up this wonderful box and let's see what's inside. Okay, so first off, I hope you guys can see this on the camera, but the box itself is actually gorgeous. So you could even decorate the box after the fact. If you're giving this album or another album from 49 Market away as a gift, how gorgeous would it be to like decorate it and make it really pretty? Costa Rica, Linda says. I would like to go there one day too. But yeah, so this is the inside of the box. Like I said, the outside, the top, and the bottom just kind of have some info, but you could totally decorate that and it would be fabulous as a gift. So I'm gonna set my box aside because we don't actually need it for the rest of the video. But then, first thing you'll notice when you open up your box is it comes with this wonderful instruction page. So this actually has the instructions we're going to be following, as well as all of the different bits and pieces you're going to need to decorate your pages. So here we have page 1 all the way through to page 12. So yeah, there are 12 pages. It's a very ambitious task for tonight's video, but I'm in the mood for travel. So Hawaii. Trish commented Hawaii. I would like to go there as well. You guys, we're going to be world travelers. So like I said, this seemed like a fun project. So really quickly, before we even start assembling the pages, let's see what else there is. So first off, you get this wonderful landscape style album. And again, it has that gorgeous like ticket design across the cover. And then, the inside is just this fun blue. And it looks like it's like watermarked, but I think that's kind of the vibe that we're going for. So I can't wait to see what else is in here. Then you get all kinds of these wonderful laser cut elements. I don't know if you guys have worked with these before, but I love them because they have all these like delicate pieces that you don't have to fussy cut. They just punch right out. But it's perfect for travel or whatever theme you go with. Here's the back of some of them. So yeah, these are going to be a lot of fun to play around with. I'm not going to open that yet. Then we have these. These are the chipboard frames, and you also get a couple of like sentiments, and we have a globe here, some frames themselves, some words. So it's kind of like a little bit of everything. So The nice thing about this album is if you don't want to invest in all the different pieces, you can still get like a really cohesive looking project with the pieces that are included. So that's really exciting. And then last but not least, we have this package, which contains all kinds of like sort of distressed papers and ripped, torn-ish looking edges, maps and tickets and all kinds of wonderful things. So that's everything that's included. We will break into these when we look for pieces, but I just wanted to kind of give a quick overview of what you get in the big picture album kit. And then, totally optional, but you're gonna need some adhesive. So I have Dries Clear ready to go. I have my tape runners, and yeah. The other optional things that I may or may not use, I have this stencil that I set aside because I was like, this is kind of a fun little element that we can use. And I chose the following distress inks in case I want to edge anything or jazz things up. So I have Wild Honey, Evergreen Bough, and Dried Marigold. So we'll see whether we use these, but I thought it would go nicely with the theme of this collection as well. So, oh, and last but not least, I'm a sucker for stickers. So this does not go with the collection at all, but these are from American Crafts. I think they're Vicki Boutin. They're from her Discover collection, but they're just alphabet stickers. So if I want to use them to maybe, you know, put down a place that I'm doing my album for, or, you know, write Conrad's name or something, I feel like these are going to come in handy. So these are all my extras, totally optional. Like I said, everything is included to make a really nice, cohesive picture. Trish, that is so cute. So Trish commented, my adventure tonight would be sitting beside you and learning and having fun creating. That just made my night. Thank you very much. Okay, so without any further ado, first things first, we're going to read the instructions really quickly. First thing is, to assemble the album, we must first begin by scoring the spine hinge piece. We're going to adhere strong adhesive or glue to either the peak valley side and adhere together to form 6 page turns. Fold back the outer flaps to secure a flat surface. With strong adhesive, add to the center of the book spine so you have everything even spacing on the top and bottom. All right, so what does that mean? Good question. Here we have this little spine piece that they're talking about. So essentially all we're going to do is score it where it's already been sort of pre-scored, or fold it like so to do these really fun accordions. And then we want to make sure we have a total of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far, so good. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over because you can kind of see that they have some like skinny edges here. So when I flip it over, I have taken the step of putting some adhesive on these just for after, because we're going to need that. And I just thought it would help remind me when I was showing you guys what this actually looks like. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a minute and think, because I didn't watch any videos or anything beforehand, but this is where our spine is actually going to be going. So I'm thinking it almost sounds like they're basically saying in the instructions to glue like these guys together so that they form sort of like a book spine, if you will. So that's, I think, the next step we're going to do. So I'm just going to use my cheap little tape runner here. And in case I'm wrong, I know it's not super duper strong, which may or may not be a good thing, but we'll find out. So I'm just adding that, and then I'm going to, one by one, sort of stick these guys together. Because I think that's what we're supposed to be doing. Fingers crossed anyway. So then we're going to end up with a much thinner sort of spine piece, which I believe is the goal. And so far, so good. Just gonna flatten that guy down maybe. So it's all gonna lay flat, but it's starting to sort of come together already, if you catch my drift. So we're gonna keep going. And I mean, it's one of those things where it's trial and error. If you guys have done this at home before, I'm sure you had to watch a video or two, or maybe you're just that savvy and you figured it out on your own. But I'm learning as we go. All right, so that already is much better. I have some nice thin little pieces, and then when I go to adhere these into our book, we're just gonna add our pages to these little guys. So beautiful. So far, so good. Next thing I'm gonna do is I just used my little Express-It tape, and I'm just gonna start peeling these off so that when we place it, it's gonna stick down. Now afterwards, I'm probably gonna go in and use Dry's Clear, but I just kind of want to place everything roughly so that I know what I'm working with, basically. Everybody's different, but here's how we're doing it tonight. So yeah, just taking off all of my tape. I have one left on here. Oh, and one more. So far, so good. Okay. So I want to place it sort of in the center of the top, the bottom, and the sides. So very roughly have it all centered. Then I'm just gonna press everything down. Whoop. Excellent. So now I have a really good rough idea of what I am working with. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm just gonna set this off to the side because we don't need that anymore. And then we get to start playing I Spy with all of the pieces. So one thing I will say is if you guys are assembling something like this at home, there is a QR code that you can scan and get bigger instructions. But since we're doing this at home and I'm using my phone to film, we're just going to use these instructions here on the page. Not a problem. So for page 1, I'm going to be looking for a matte background, this beautiful little frame here, this sort of white frame, and then all of these little embellishment pieces. So here goes nothing, folks. We're going to open up. I'm going to start by opening this guy. Actually, no. There's got to be pages. We're going to start by opening up this bag here and look for some actual pages for our album, because that seems like a great starting point. So I assume that they're these pieces here. Oh, so far so good. And as you can see, they have some lovely, one side is printed with this lovely sort of cream map color, and one side is just blank. So excellent, excellent. Set those off to the side. And then the next thing I'm going to look for is the little map page, which I think I spot here in this package. All right. Looks like I got a couple of these map pages, so let's make sure that we are grabbing the right one. I feel like it's probably going to be that guy. And then we're going to flip it around. Okay, I think we're off to a good start here. All right. And then here's what we're working with so far. Next thing I'm going to be looking for is a small brown frame. I feel like it could be this guy right here, actually. So for the sake of guesswork, I'm just going to go ahead and punch this one out. And this actually has an adhesive back to it. So I'm just going to put it here on my glass mat. I'm not too worried about it sticking because it's glass, thankfully. But there's that piece. Then, let's see. Here in this package of flat little laser cuts, we see the word getaway. We see a hot air balloon, a bow, this leaf. Oh my goodness. No, they're not that good. So I almost thought they coordinated like each page for the pages in the album, but they were close. So let's just start with this page here and see which pieces I need. All right. So I need the getaway. This leafy piece. And one piece of advice I will mention when you are getting your laser cutout elements, just be very gentle. Some of the pieces are very thin and delicate, like this branch, for example. So honestly, just take your time. It's not worth rushing. I've learned that the hard way. I'm gonna, whoop, I don't think I need this stamp yet, but I'm gonna set him aside because he's out now. Take out this bow. Cute, cute, cute. There we go. The balloon. The sentiment, let adventure begin. Oh, sorry, let the fun begin. Yup. Oh, we're gonna need a compass piece. We also need, let's see, this little locket piece here. There we go. And guys, I feel like we need this actual little frame detail piece here as well. So I'm just gonna sneak this out. It's like a giant game of I Spy doing these, which I am getting quite good at. So is Conrad. He has one of those like I Spy books. We got it for him last Easter. And he can find like the bunnies and the chocolates and stuff. Like nobody's business. Okay, just gonna punch out these guys because I don't need them right now. And really quickly, I just want to like point out, look at the like fraying detail that they have included in this. That is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to do this. Okay. Punch out these. All right. What else do I need? Let's just take a quick look at my guide. I need another little green sentiment. What does it say? Remember this day. And so that's going to be on my second sheet here, down at the bottom. Remember this day. So I'm just going to punch him out. So it looks like 49 Market actually did a fairly good job keeping things together. All right. Anything else we need after the fact, we can improvise. But according to our directions, step 1 is gather the pieces. Check. Step 2 is add photos and frames. So, maybe I should have some photos and add them before I like glue things down. Step 3 is embellish, and step 4 is final page. I don't know what that means. But we'll find out together. Who knows? Okay. So, first things first. Yeah, it almost makes sense to, if you guys have photos handy, to choose your photos and stick them in accordingly. Because otherwise, if I were to stick this down, it's going to be really tricky for me to go back and sneak them in. So, luckily for us, I went ahead and took the liberty of getting some vacation photos printed out. So this is from a much needed trip that we recently went on. Here's Conrad on the airplane. Might be a cute little starting photo. Conrad on the airplane. Conrad in the giant bathtub at the beach. We went to the Hard Rock in Mexico. Maybe. This is our friend the iguana. Hard Rock. This is Conrad having room service. I just want to see, since it's our first page, this is when we got home and our cat. Yeah, the fraying is unreal, Sandra. I love it. I don't know. This is going to be harder than I thought. So I might just kind of gather the pieces for a few of these pages and then like stick things down accordingly. My mom asked to be like cropped out because it's not a flattering picture, but this is my mom. So here we have like 3 photos. I feel like I need one more just to do this page justice. Let's see. This is Conrad and his best buddy Nacho. So I'm probably going to use this photo as well. And then I'm going to actually cut my photos to the according sizes, which I also noticed on the box. Not on the box. On the instructions that it shows the photo sizes. So 3 1/4 by 3, 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. So I might go ahead and cut some of these before I actually start sticking things down. Let's see. Conrad and Nacho, we're gonna do 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Bear with me, guys. So I'm just gonna cut him like so and see. Cut this. All right. So that's going to be the right size for this panel. Then we have, I'm so sorry, Mom. Then we have this photo, which I'm going to use for here. This guy is going to be 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. Let's just snip Mima off right away. What is it? 3. Wait a second. 4 3/4. Yep. Snip by, what was it? 3 1/4. So we're just gonna take off some Richard head or hat, and then take off the bottom of our bodies. There we go. So yeah, you're gonna have to be very selective with the photos you place in this album. But luckily for us, we have a lot to choose from. Now for this next one, I'm thinking if I just strategically were to place it like under here, then I could get both Conrad and his little friend swimming in the pool. So that's where that one's gonna go. And last but not least, I gotta cut this little Conrad down. So, because these two are the same size, I'm gonna use this as like my template. And I'm just gonna do my best to keep my Conrad head in the photo. I should have read the instructions. I was not expecting to have to incorporate photos in tonight's video. But now that I know that we're doing that, like I said, it's going to make it a bit more challenging because I don't think we want to spend forever cutting photos as we go. So maybe we'll just do I Spy for the next few pages and review how things are actually kind of put together once we have some pages done. So we're probably not going to get this adventure done in one night, but that's okay. Good things take time. Good things take time, my friends. Okay. And then shift. All right. Here we have Conrad on the plane. Okay. So, see, I'm learning all of this as we go. So if you guys decide to go on your own adventure, you know all the little twists and turns right off the get-go. Next thing is I'm going to actually apply some adhesive onto this frame so I can start sticking my photos in it. So let's do that. I'm gonna flip it over. Sandra, that's a great idea. I think that's definitely the route I'm going. I'm sorry, guys. I definitely was not expecting this, but that's okay. And this is probably going to be easier. So I'm just going to roughly tack some tape in a few spots just to hold my photos in place. And then afterwards, I like to go in with my Dries Clear and really like adhere things down, especially because I want something like this to last, so I can pass it along to Mr. Conrad and he can go back and look at our wonderful trip as a family. And I'm just going to fold this guy over. Peel some tape off here. And then I think we are ready to rock and roll. Okay. So I believe I want this photo here in this corner. Sorry guys, it's gonna be a long video. Then I'm gonna stick this picture down here. So I hope everybody had a nice Valentine's Day. If anybody did anything special, feel free to share in the comments what you guys got up to. We had a very low-key day, but highlight of my day was when Conrad came home from school with all of his little Valentines from his classmates, and we got to open them up. That was very, very cute. He was so excited to see, you know, who made cards. One little girl actually drew him a dinosaur on the card, and he was just like over the moon. It was the cutest thing. So that was the highlight of my Valentine's Day. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a good one as well. Maybe you made some cards and gave them out and made other people's Valentines. That's always fun. All right. And now I'm just gonna stick some adhesive on these guys. Ooh, the Wilno Tavern. I assume that is the restaurant in your town, Trish. You'll have to let me know if it's any good, because whenever I drive by, I always see it, and I'm like, oh, it looks cute. All right. So there we go. We have some photos. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stick this page down somewhat centered. I haven't decided if I'm going to edge my projects or not, but like I said, I have some nice inks set aside for if I decide to go forth with that. So yeah, we're just going to play it by ear. I guess I can always go back and embellish things for the most part. I might edge this creamy colored one. Joanne, if you're watching, you'll be very, very proud of me if I do. Okay. Then I'm going to stick this piece down. Whoop. Awesome, awesome. Ooh. Trish has commented that it is a very good restaurant. If you guys are ever up in the Wilno area, drop by. It looks cute. And that looks pretty good. So here's my first page so far. Cute. Then it says to place this on this photo. I'm just going to kind of off-center it because I like the look of like off-centered things. Over here in yonder corner, we're using the Let the Fun Begin and this little like locket charm, I guess. And I'm actually going to pop this one using a pop dot because I really like dimension on my stuff. So totally optional. But I think that's kind of the fun of creating these is you can do whatever you want. So I'm just gonna do it, guys. Here we go. Just gonna place that maybe here because I also like sticking things on top of pictures. Some of you do, some of you don't. Either way, totally fine. I'm gonna use the Let the Fun Begin. Jax commented, I like this layout. I do too. I do too. It's, all of their stuff is beautiful. And the great thing about the 49 Market cluster kits or page kits or big album kits is like it takes the guesswork out of things, which I think is really fun. So you can follow it to a T, which I'm doing on this page, or you can create your own using their stuff as like a rough idea. And either way, it's going to look fabulous. Probably going to pop this guy down here. It shows up here, but let's be real. I kind of like it better down here. So I'm going to use my pop dots on him as well. And pro tip, if you guys really want your albums to last, if you're giving them as gifts, that kind of thing, go heavy with your pop dots. Don't be stingy because it gives it more structure. All right, so that's that. Then we have gonna bring this over here. Here's the design that we're working on. So I need the hot air balloon, the compass, and the flower. No problem. So I'm gonna pop the hot air balloon and the compass, and maybe I'm just gonna leave the flower sort of flat and off to the side like that. I think that might be cute. And scissors, so I can cheat and cut my pop dots and like really get as much structure in as I can. There we go. Much better. So we need our hot air balloon over here-ish. This little compass piece. I'm gonna pop him as well. And remember this day. So it looks like they glued that on like so. Maybe for this guy, glue is the way to go. So here I have my dry as clear. Jax, good question. We have more on order. We unfortunately ran out, but we do have more coming in because they're essential. If you're looking for the next best thing, we have some like little not rectangle, square ones, which are great as well. And they do in a pinch. They're like nice and small, so you don't have to worry about cutting them. But yeah, we will have more coming in. Where does this, we're gonna play I Spy. So it looks like they used the bow up on this charm, but I am tempted to bring the bow down here and put it on the corner embellishment chunk. Like so. There. There we go. And we have created our first page for this kit. So now I'm curious, when I go to actually stick everything together, just gonna move my photos off to the side. How does everything go in the album? So here's another question you guys might be wondering. Let's figure it out together. So it looks like I'm going to be gluing page 1 on, hopefully you can see, onto the spine like this. And then I'm wondering, like page 2, do they glue on together like that? I assume so, but let's just roughly like hold our papers where they would go and see if my theory is right. If it is, I'll show you guys again. Okay, so there's page 2, page 3. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Something's not adding up. Oh, it does work. Okay, so my theory is right, you guys. So just wanted to check that because I feel like that's something we should cover. So I'm going to turn my album sideways so you guys can see it on camera. But essentially, we're going to be gluing things. So like if this was one page, you glue it directly onto the spine like this. And then you're going to glue page 2 onto the other end of the spine like so. And then it will just kind of build up nicely. And it leaves room for all of the like 3D embellishments or chunky pieces that you're going to be using as well. Another cute idea is like adding your own pockets and dies and die cut shapes and pieces and things like that. So that's totally an option. I haven't glued my spine down, so I'm definitely going to go back and do that as well. But we're making a start anyway. If everybody feels like it, I think we could do start working on another page. Let's just do page 2. Since you guys are on this adventure with me now. So here I'm just going to start off with this like base page here and grab my instruction sheet and see what we need for page 2. So here is an image with all of the different elements we're going to be looking for. And now we get to play I Spy. My apologies, everybody. If she wants, feel free to comment it. Yeah. We'll just figure it out as we go. So for this page here, we're going to use this blue sheet. The following. Let's see. So this one says together. I feel like we need him. What looks like the 4x6 frame over yonder. And are we using the smaller one as well? I think so. Then we have this one. All right. So pro tip, you're also going to want a lot of space on your craft table to like spread things out and make it a lot easier to look for things. Here we have a little note punch out. I'm going to need this. I spy with my little eye what appears to be a suitcase, a flower, and a camera. Punch these guys out as well. I feel like we need like this frame here. So I'm just gonna get rid of these extras for the time being. And this one. Look at that fraying. I just love that. And then that's it. Cool. Okay, and then lastly, I'm wondering, are these the chipboard ones or are they like flat? I think I'm definitely gonna pull out this flat one for the time being. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll find out together. And let's see. Looks like I need this little newsprinty guy. And then I'm just gonna look really quickly in the laser cuts and see if maybe there is like a laser cut 4x6 frame, because that will give me some guidance if I'm on the right track. And I don't see one, so that must be the 3D one. Fair enough. All right. On that note, let's jump right into things. So for this one, I have the following pieces. And then these three are adhesive chipboard. Excellent. So next thing I want to do is cut some photos accordingly. So here are the different photo sizes listed. So 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, 3 1/2 by 2 1/2, 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and 6 by 4 by 6. Perfect. So let's just go through and see which photos I might want to cut, which photos I can keep big, and go from there. Easier said than done, but we'll leave that as my 4 by 6. I can cut this one. Can probably do that one nice and small, and I don't know. It's tricky when you have to cut photos. Okay, I think I found one that I'm willing to cut up as well. So, on that note, this guy here is going to be my 4 by 6. I'm just going to put the frame on him right away because it is adhesive. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, now for the cutting. So 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. All right, there's my pretty little drink. So that's going to go in that frame. Three 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then this one is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. gonna fit right in here. Okay, and now we get to actually piece everything together again. So I'm gonna start by moving those pieces off to the side, sticking down my background. Like so. Wait a minute. Like so. And I'm just gonna place it fairly centered on my page. Next, I'm going to just tack down these photos really roughly. Start with this one here, so that it stays in the frame. Maybe, maybe don't. There we go. All right. It's gonna go roughly there, and this one's gonna go roughly like this. And remember, mistakes are just embellishment opportunities. So next I'm going to figure out where that's gonna be. And this guy is gonna be down here. I like the fraying, so I wanna kinda keep that. Okay, now I have a rough idea of where that's gonna all go. So I'm gonna stick it all down. But this is great. I'm basically just following the template that they have so graciously laid out for me. Normally this part takes me forever just figuring out what pictures do I want where. So 49 and Market has done the hard work for me. Oh, this one's gonna go down lower. Do. I appreciate you guys sticking around for another page of this. I don't think we're gonna get all 12 done in tonight's video. I don't even think a two-parter would do us justice. I think, like Sandra said, I'm just gonna go ahead and chip away at this, and I will post maybe a cute video of the finished project. There. That looks good. And next, I'm gonna look for all the cute little embellishment pieces. So it looks like this tree branch is gonna make an appearance. I love leaves and sprigs for tucking under things, and apparently so do they, because that's what they're using this guy for. Totally my jam. So maybe put that like that. Tuck him under. That's the beauty of not like tacking everything down right away. It gives you some wiggle room. Then we have this ticket here. And yes, that's gonna go there. Then the suitcase. This beautiful teeny tiny suitcase is gonna go on next. That drink looks delicious, Sandra says. Thank you. It was a mango margarita. It was pretty good. It was like a slushie. Okay. And next, off in the corner, I'm gonna use Pop Dots. So here we have like a little tab that I can do some notes on, which I definitely will do. I'll write like a fun story about our adventure. Sophie has asked, where did we go? We went to the Hard Rock in, good Lord, Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but it was great. It was much needed. It was like a last minute idea that Richard had to just go away for a few days, and it was well worth it because we had a wonderful time, and now I'm back. I'm feeling great, and I missed all of you. I get to be back in my happy place again. Okay, so there's my little camera. Actually, those are binoculars. That's not even a camera, silly me. Then we have this little piece, which I am probably going to leave room here for some sort of note. I don't know. How should I go about placing this? If I lower it down, I can use this space here for my note, which I may or may not take advantage of. But I kind of like the cream cardstock for notes. So let me see what I have in my arsenal. Tricky. I actually bought the 12 by 12 collection, so I'm using the reverse side of the cover to do just a little something with that. Because then I don't even have to write a note, but it fills it up nicely. Yes. If I didn't have that, I would just use like a cream or a white cardstock in the background, and then that would leave me a space to write a note of some sort. There we go. But I'm improvising. Then we have this together piece. I'm gonna stick that down there, and just gonna tack this guy down here to finish off the look. And then voila, we have created 2 pages out of 12 for our new travel album. So when I go to stick them in the book, they're gonna go 1 and then 2. If you guys, wanted to change the layout of this, you definitely could. You don't have to go like, this is page 1 and this is page 2 and so on and so forth. You could do page 1, page 2, all over the place. So yeah, plain ticket inside. Oh, what a cute idea, Sophie. Yeah, so there's lots of wiggle room in terms of this project, but it is really fun, and hopefully you guys got a glimpse of how exciting and not too difficult this was to start assembling. It's gonna take me, you know, a little bit of time to get it done, but I promise I will post like a cute little video flipping through everything when I do assemble it. But I'm not going to take up too much more of your night. I will, however, say thank you for joining me. Feel free to comment where your next trip is going to be before Friday, and I'll have Conrad pick a winner. And on that note, just have a lovely evening, guys. I will see you all on Tuesday for another great unboxing. And just have a great weekend. Visit me on Saturday. I'm at the store. And we're open. So, yeah, have a great family day, and we'll catch up next week. Bye!